Hey Matt, um, so I'm up in Cincinnati right now visiting my brother, and yesterday we got to play a game of Eldritch Horror, and we played using the new expansion. It was fun. We won. Um, actually, really, it went pretty well. Um, Only one of our characters died. Um, I went insane on the very last turn. Um, but we won the game. I was kind of surprised. Like it actually was one of the smoother games we've played. Um, but we had a good time. Um, so I thought I'd show you some of the new stuff in the expansion though, which is kind of cool. The what is it called? Um, it's called the Strange Remnants is the expansion. And it comes with scads of stuff, new cards for all the existing decks and stuff, which is great. Um, the new, uh, the new uh, scenario is the Syzygy, which is, the planets are aligning and all life is about to get torn apart as dimensional rifts pop open and, you know, good stuff like that. So you can see it starts at oops at a 13, so it's uh, not terribly, it's about midway through. There are the game also came with four new character cards. Um, there's a bounty hunter. He's kind of good at observation and fighting, and the chef that I just showed you is good at fighting, and she's got some lore. And there's this ex-convict guy, um, and this gal. Um, I don't really know much about him because none of us played with any of the new characters, but that's all right. Um, the it's also got these. These are really useful cheat sheets, um, which also, it's got like the Mythos phase stuff. So it's got all the, basic rundown of the game, which is really handy. Um, so other new things, it, you've got a new deck. This is the Mysterious Ruins deck. It's kind of like it's a little bit like the Expedition deck. Um, and there are, I think, three places that you can go for ruins. You can go to Shanghai, which is the Great Wall of China. You can go to Central America, which is like the Aztec temples and crud. And you can go to Stonehenge, which is in London. Um, the and it's just a new. They're you know three part encounter, and that's where you go. You do those are most important for the like Zyzzy missions and stuff. Um, so those were kind of cool. Um, there's also these what do you call um, oh, these things, prelude cards. So you draw, they kind of change the setup, the initial setup of the game. So you draw one at the very beginning of the game and it tells you some additional stuff to do. We got this one, the Coming Storm. So you can see at the start, we had to cycle the Omen, spawn a gate, and do a monster surge. But then each of the investigators got to do, get some bonus stuff, um, which was pretty awesome. I played as the psychic, who's really good at lore, and I got some free spells right off the bat, so that was great. Um, oh, and Nate, our friend, played as the martial artist, and she got stat buffs off the bat, which is especially good for her because, you know, she can double up stat buffs whenever she gets them. So that was pretty awesome. Um, these cards are like um, a kind of side quest that I don't know what they do because we didn't encounter it, but apparently you can have this sort of side adventure that pops up, possibly, and it tells you to do things. Um, there's also these new unique assets that do various things. There's like I found this mysterious idol um, that did some fun stuff. I have dreams of periodically and go wandering in a mystical dream library and find clues there. So that was pretty cool. There's also like unique character assets that you can get. Um, so they just pop up. You know, it's a new type of asset that pops up in the game. Um, there were some new spells too. They had a bunch of new spells. Let's see if I can find one. And there's sort of a new there's a new type of spell called a glamour um, that you know sort of has an ongoing effect. So like this one, you can spend 1 health and 1 sanity to perform an additional action per round. So it's sort of you know it's not like special actions that you do like the other spells. It's just sort of an ongoing thing. Um, there's another one in there that gives you like a you know while you have that spell, it gives you like a skill buff or something. Just ongoing. So that's kind of cool. You know, they've added new Mythos cards, which is fun. You know, you've got your Zizagi clue cards. The Zizagi also has some, you know, special Zizagi adventure things, kind of like Yogg-Sothoth and the you know and Cthulhu have the side Zizagi mysteries. Um, You know, and then they had new items and new relics and stuff, and that was fun. This one also has, I think this actually came out in the Mountains of Madness expansion originally. These focus tokens. It adds there's a new like action you can take on your turn called focusing, and when you do, you get a focus token. And a focus token is primarily it works like a clue, um, where you can spend it to re-roll one die, you know, which is nice because now you can do that without spending clues. But also there are some of the new items from this expansion interact with focus. There's one that like buffs your focus tokens, you know, so it like counts as two. You can re-roll 2 die instead. And yeah, and if you there's also this guy, this character Tony Morgan. Um, he has you can see that his action um, does some stuff like using focus tokens as well. I think in the Mountains of Madness expansion, there are more characters in that one that do focus things too. Um, yeah, so that was kind of cool. It's a nice addition. Um, the Yeah, so that's a lot of new stuff, a lot of good stuff. You know, I mean, it's kind of exactly what you want in an expansion. It's exactly what Forsaken Lore was. It just here, have more cards, do more things, adventure, hooray! Um, yeah, so new condition cards. Yeah, you can get all kinds of horrible um, new ways to um, have bad things happen to you. They added in these kind of agreement conditions, which are kind of like, you know, kind of like somewhere in between a dark pact and a bank loan. Um, and yeah, so I think that's about it. Phone's ringing, so I should probably go get that. But anyway, yep, we'll have to play sometime next time we see each other. So I'll catch you later. Bye.